Welcome to At Your Library. I'm your host, Kathleen Clifford. On Saturday, March 30th, the 15th annual Edible Book Festival will take place. This festival is brought to us by our Friends of the Library. Joining me today are representatives from 3 of our libraries that are working together. Angela Houghton from the Groton Public Library, Peggy Brissette from the Mystic Noank Library, and David Rose from the Bill Memorial Library. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So, Edible Books has been around for 15 years. And we're going to talk about the nitty-gritty, but first let's explain to our viewers what the Friends of the Library do. David, how long have you been a member of the Friends?
A little over a year.
And what kind of things does the Bill Memorial Friends group do?
Well, we have, excuse me, we volunteer a lot with the library. I work with Mary Jane with the reading program on every Monday for the small children. And we actually, the Friends make a statue every Halloween for the library to enter the contest. We supply books to the portable libraries, the little libraries around town.
Oh,
we supply books to
nice.
those, and things like that, just to keep the community involved.
Fantastic. I think people don't realize that the Friends of the Library are so important to the backbone of the library, because without the groups that fundraise and offer support and volunteering, the libraries wouldn't be able to do half of what they do. So Peggy, you are from the Friends group of Mystic and Noank.
Yes.
What are some of your highlights?
I've been on the Friends for probably over 30 years.
Wow, the expert.
It's been a long time. Our Friends group is very important for the fundraising and for support. We do what is called the icing on the cake or the cherry on the pie, because the libraries struggle with their budgets to meet the basic needs of the library. And the Friends raise money so we can do some of the fun things and the extra things. We pay for the museum passes, we fund the summer reading program, and we help out at the library wherever we're needed. We do other things as well, but we're basically a support group to support the board and the library staff in making the library an even better place to be.
Fantastic. And Angela has been on our show before. Angela is the current president of the Circle of Friends, which is the Groton Public Library's Friends group. What are some of the things that Groton does on a yearly basis?
Much like Peggy's, we help support programs that aren't within the regular budget of the library. We hold fundraisers. We do, we'll have drives every month. We do just different things. Oh, we have a book sale room.
Oh yes, the book sale room is very popular. Yes.
Yes, which is newly renovated. Or bake sales, and we just do lots of things to help the library on top of what they're already providing.
So if anybody's interested in joining the Friends, because it sounds like you do have a lot of fun, and I've been to a lot of events and they are pretty amazing, how would they join? So in Groton, do we have a form?
We do. If you would like to join the Groton Public Library Circle of Friends, you'd fill out one of these, or you could go online, and then you can and then turn it in, and then we will contact you, send you an email, and then you can come join meetings or volunteer. Or if you're a child, or we have the junior Friends, so kids can help out too.
Excellent. So just come into the library and fill out a form. And at Mystic and Noank, what is your process?
We have the same thing. I, of course, forgot to bring one of our forms,
That's okay.
but we have forms available at the library that describe the Friends. On our website, we have a place where it describes the Friends, and it tells you how to volunteer for the Friends too. There's a lot of different things you can do individually. It doesn't mean you have to come to the monthly Friends meetings, but you can volunteer. We have one friend who does the bulletin boards in the kids' room.
Oh, really
It's
nice.
fabulous. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but you basically contact the Friends through the library website. There, we have an email address, or through the form that I forgot to bring.
Nice. And at the Bill Memorial, do you always have a form as well?
I don't think they have a form. I just went online and saw they were having a meeting, and I went up that night and just asked them if I could attend the meeting, and then I said, well, geez, this sounds good. How do I join? You're joined.
So fantastic, no form required.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to join the Friends of the Library, you can contact each individual library and go to the meetings and ask questions and volunteer, and that would be fantastic. So one of the things that the Circle of Friends does every year, the Friends of the Library combination, I want to make that really clear, that Groton is the Circle of Friends and Mystic and Bill are the Friends of the Library, but they do the same thing. But every year they come together and sponsor the edible books. This event started in 2007. Peggy, how did it come about?
An article in the New York Times was written up about the Edible Books Festival. It's an international festival, and it originally started in Canada on April Fool's Day, the birth date of a famous French gastronome.
Okay.
And it has taken place all over the world, and that group has since, they're no longer in existence, but the current director at the time, Betty Ann Ryder, saw the article. We were over here to film an At Your Library event with all the 3 Friends groups, and she goes, "What do you think?" And we thought it looked fabulous. So we have been participating. This will be our 15th. We did take the year of COVID off,
Right.
because we
And the
couldn't
year
hold
after,
one. And the year after,
Yeah,
we've
we-
had a couple of breaks.
Okay.
But it's every person and organization that runs an edible book festival does it differently.
Okay.
We do it to have fun, and we do it to get creative with families and kids and all kinds of different people to make something reminiscent of a book or a title of a book or a character. But the best part is we go around and we admire them, and then we eat them. So,
Well, that takes care of question 17. No. So I think it's really important that you get to taste the creations. So the 3 libraries have been working together right from the get-go.
absolutely, yep.
But if you wanted to sign up, do all 3 libraries have the sign-ups?
Every library will have will have the same form. It's produced here at the Groton Public Library, and all 3 libraries have it. We had it last year online. We hope to have it online again this year at Mystic Noank. But people turn them in. It doesn't matter which library you turn it into because it's not a competition.
Right.
So you can turn it into any of the libraries for their friends groups, and then we get the information and run with it from there. So we do have a deadline date.
Yes. And what is the deadline date?
Who remembers? Who has the form?
So Edible Books is Saturday, March 30th. So if you want to sign up, you have to sign up.
March 25th.
Yeah.
Okay. So Edible Books takes place on Saturday, March 30th. If you would like to enter and have a submittal, you have to sign up by March 25th.
Yes.
Okay. And fill out the form for that. Other than that, it's a super organized event. So one thing that I noticed this year is Edible Books has usually always been on a Sunday. But this year it's on a Saturday. Is there a reason for the change?
There is, Angela.
We had scheduling conflicts, and
Okay.
then that on top of Easter being on a Sunday.
Oh, of course.
So, so we decided to do it on. I was going to be out of town. But
Well, I think having it on a Saturday gives the people who are busy on Sundays an opportunity. So we're hoping to get some fresh new faces in this year.
yeah, we're hoping for a new perspective. and
Nice.
something different.
Try something different.
Yeah.
We've not done it before on a Sunday, and people look forward to it being on a Sunday because for 14 years it was Sunday. We really would like to get the word out that this year it is on Saturday.
It is on a
so
Saturday.
hopefully it'll be well attended and well staffed with edible entries.
Excellent. So we're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we're going to talk about what an entry looks like. You brought some displays for us, and we'll check it out. So stay with us. We'll be back in a few.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Welcome back to At Your Library. Today we're talking about the Edible Book Festival on Saturday, March 30th. And today we have David, Peggy, and Angela with us. And I hope you saw the beginning of our show. But now I want to talk about what is an edible book? What is the rules for submission?
Well, it has to be edible. And some groups take that to extreme. Every single piece of it has to be edible. Some people have a few little accoutrements that are not edible, but we do this as a family event, so it has to be not only taste good, but it has to be in good taste, as we like to say.
Okay, that's important.
Yes.
That is really important. What type of things have people brought in the past?
There have been so many fabulous entries. Every year when we reminisce and we start planning the event, we say, do you remember this one? Do you remember that one? And we all have our favorites. But do you want to look at the ones that we have brought today as examples? Or do
Absolutely. So we have two examples today, which would give people a good idea. Please tell me what they are.
I made this one. It's a farewell to arms, and it's pretty self-explanatory. The gingerbread man has no arms. So the thing with this is you can either like make a play off of the title of the book. Last year, my daughter, she actually baked a recipe that was in a book. So it can just be like anything to do with the book.
Great.
You don't have to just like make the cover of the book or a scene from the book. You can like just take an idea from a book and make it into food.
Okay.
Get as creative as you want.
Fantastic. And what about the second one?
Well, I will say this is one of the entries that was brought one of the first or second years that we had the event. It's called A Separate Piece.
Oh, funny.
So
Okay,
again, it's
clever.
another kind of pun on the
Yes.
title. But I do want to add to what Angela said. You don't have to bake. We've had some fabulous ones where it's been a dip in a bowl of rye bread with a Yogi Berra card sitting in it. It was called A Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, see, that's so clever.
And the Groton Board of Directors also one year did little bottles of soda with little bunny peeps on top, and it was Hop on Pop.
See?
So you don't have to
So
bake.
You just have to be clever.
Yeah. And you don't even have to be all that clever. It's just kind of fun.
I remember last year there was, most children know the book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And I remember that there were pieces of that. And that is extremely easy because each piece that the caterpillar eats is put right out there for you. So, you know, things like that, you can go as simple or you can go as complicated. These are both super clever. And I look forward to them. So let's say that you don't have time to do an entry, but you want to come. Is there a fee to come?
The event's always been free. It's free to attend. We do have raffle tickets, I should add, for the three groups. We offer a bag of something. It can be books, it can be gardening things. Each friends group provides some kind of bag to raffle off.
Nice.
And the raffling, just basically the money is used to pay for the paper goods because it costs a little bit of money for the cups and the plates and the tablecloths and things like that. So it's not a money maker, it's not a fundraiser, it's a friend raiser, but it is free to attend. And there are a lot of people who look forward to coming over.
So we talked about this earlier, but you know, this was going to be my most important question of the interview was, do we get to taste?
And I jumped the gun, I'm so sorry, because that's everyone's favorite part of edible books. You do get a chance to go around and eat something. You don't have to.
Okay.
You choose what it is you'd like to eat. And sometimes parental controls are necessary.
Oh, right.
But part of the fun of it is to eat everything afterwards, and people really do look forward to that.
So it starts at 1:30 on Saturday, March 30th. So if you come at 1:30, you'll get to see everything. What time does the eating happen?
We try to make that go a little longer to take before we start eating, because the first couple of years we were ready to eat in about 20 minutes. It was kind of embarrassing. So
people showed up and there was more than just a farewell to arms.
So we don't say that it goes from 1:30 to 3:30, because if you show up late, you're going to miss it.
Okay.
And you can just eat, but you'll miss some of the clever things. So show up early, but usually around a half hour, 45 minutes is when we start to eat.
Okay. So show up at 1:30, 2:15, get your fork ready.
We provide your forks.
Oh, you don't even have to bring your fork. They'll have one for you. Excellent.
May I add one thing I forgot to say in the beginning? The first year that we held this festival with all 3 Friends groups, one of the director, I believe it was Betty Ann Ryder again, who submitted a form to Focal, the Friends of Connecticut Libraries, and we won an award for our
That's
Edible Book Festival.
fantastic.
And we've rested on our laurels ever since.
That is fantastic. Well, it is something that a lot of the community looks forward to every year, and I always feel like it's so important to have you on my show so we can reach even greater audiences. So thank you for talking about edible books. Before we go, I would like to go around and everybody tell me a little bit of future events that are coming up for the Friends group. Let's start with David. At the Bill Memorial, what kind of events are coming up?
Well, we have an artisan market on April 27th from 10 to 3 p.m. It'll be at the Groton Municipal building.
Okay.
Normally we have it in the fall, but last year's was rained out, so we've rescheduled it for now. And having it inside because you never know what the weather's going to be.
If you haven't been to the Bill Memorial Artisan Festival, it is top notch. I have never missed one.
And some of the other fundraisers we do, we usually have get a band or two and have some refreshments and use that for a fundraiser. And last year, the Friends asked me to do a tour of Fort Griswold, because I do that.
Oh, very
I
nice.
talk about the battle, and they use that as a fundraiser. I typically do it for free, but they made money off of it.
Anything
So
to
that was
support
nice.
the library.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, David, thank you so much for joining us this year. I'm really happy that Bill was represented. Peggy, you're up. What is Mystic doing?
Our next event is the March Irish Parade. We hope we get accepted. I may be jumping the gun, but we march with the Friends, the directors, and the Board of Trustees. It's a lot of fun. We do have an indoor yard sale coming up the day before that, so we have a lot of things available. That we also offered our spring fair on the first Saturday in June.
Oh, nice.
We have a big week-long book sale, the fair, all kinds of things going on then.
Great. And everything's on your website?
It is.
Fantastic. And Angela, what's coming up in Groton?
Well, Monday, March 4th from 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. our book sale room is going to be open. And our next meeting for Friends Meetup is Tuesday, March 26th at 4 p.m.
And anybody can attend.
And anyone can attend, please do. And April 14th through 27th is going to be a refundable can and bottle drive.
Oh,
That one was my daughter's idea, so
that's
she's
a
very
wonderful
excited
thing.
to help raise money for, I think this one was for Junior Friends.
Junior Friends, great. They do a lot of amazing things as well. So save your cans and bottles.
And then Earth Day cleanup Monday, April 22nd at 3:30 p.m. and an outdoor book sale Saturday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Fantastic. So all the Friends groups have so much going on in the next couple of months. So if you'd like to join the group, if you'd like to volunteer, or if you'd just like to attend any of the events, check out the 3 libraries' websites or give them a call directly and you can ask. Thank you so much for coming. Just a reminder for everybody, Saturday, March 30th from 1:30 to the food being gone is the Edible Book Festival. It is going to be here at the Groton Public Library. Come early, bring your appetite, and thank you so much for being here. This has been At Your Library. Thanks for checking in.